Today I'll show you some harvest for my Thanksgiving meal, and I cleaned out a bed and got some bits and bob vegetables there too. Well, it's Thanksgiving weekend for us, and though I have Brussels sprouts around, this one is fairly large, and right away, right from the get-go, it seemed to have blown from Windrock, yeah. So I think that one's going to come out for us to enjoy with our meal. Really got to clean this stuff up, but I see some carrot tops here, so I'll see what I've got, because we'll need some carrots. Oh boy, do I need to clear this out. Beautiful Swiss chard here though. This might be large, I don't know. No, not that big. Oh wow, that's a lot of carrot for 3 people, so I think I'll just get one more. I saw one when I got the Brussels sprouts, so I'll get that one out. It's smaller. Oh, aren't they beauties? That's probably enough for now. I'll leave the rest in the beds. Can't be a comfortable sleep for this little bee rocking away in the wind. Just come on. Three little beets. There's 2 here. I'm just going to take this little one here. Oh boy, not that way. Oh, it's starting to pour. I'm gonna get this and I'll come back out. It's tiny, but it's nice and firm and perfect. I've almost got this area cleared. Almost. But I have a few rutabaga, and it looks like a couple of squash, and the last of broad beans. But today I'm after this fella will do. Oh, I'm gonna put the phone down because I just want to get him. Well, there's a nice little bit for a start anyway. I know I've got broccoli inside already, so I didn't pick any of that. But beets, which I will just boil. Bruce and I like them now and then just with, you know, butter, salt and pepper. Rutabaga, I'll mash. I've got potatoes inside. Some carrots. Braised cabbage would be lovely. And some Brussels sprouts. I think that'll do us. So I left the Brussels sprouts on the stalk. I brought the whole plant in rather than pick a few at a time, which I would do sometimes too, but I have a lot of them out there and I need to clear my beds. So my mission is to start bringing things in, but I will leave it on the stalk. You may find these at farmers markets or in some grocery stores. They don't do it here, but they will last longer, you see. Now, I will put this in my fridge. It won't fit in my crisper, but I'll put it in my fridge and then I just pick them as we need them because they'll stay fresher longer on the stalk. And if it gets to a point where I can just pick some off, they still will last a week. Before I put them in my fridge, though, I'm picking off any little leaves that look, well, not so good. And there was one I just cut out because, yeah, there was one I just cut this out outside because it looked like sow bugs had gotten into it, or a slug, I'm not sure. But that was the only one. Yay, our first Brussels sprouts of the season. And the top is also just like a Brussels sprout. They're great steamed. So I just eat like a cabbage. It's beautiful.
Now before I go in and begin cooking, I've chosen just a small little job. I got to do a little bit every day, and that is to clear out the bed that's behind me and any of the I don't think there's any vegetables worth mentioning here. Everything's pretty much been pulled or it's eaten alive or something like that. I've got a cabbage that looks frightening, and I'll cut any of the bulbs. I had some flowers here. They've gotten all they can now from the solar energy, so you can cut your bulbs right down at this time of year. These were the later flowers. And down the road I hope to go find some seaweed on a beach. I'll put that on top once this is cleared. Manure will go on top, and I'm not sure if I can get any leaves this year, but I'll try to get some mulch leaves from the Leaf Depot, but they seem to be using them here for the town's own use, so I'm not getting as much as I used to. But I'll get clearing these. I will leave the sunflowers because this is the only time of year where we see the blue jays come down from wherever they hide up the cliff, and they come down and they're just, I could see 6 of them at any time all over the sunflowers, not even fully seeded yet, but they're picking them apart, really enjoying those. So I'll leave those and try to clear out everything else. Now I'm cutting the mic here because the wind is coming down through the hills on this side today. It's just too windy to talk. However, you can see here nothing worth hauling in at all. A lot of dead, eaten vegetables that have just, it's just the remains, the leftovers. So I'm going to pull all this out and straighten the bed up. Had to get my coat. It's really chilly. It's an odd day today. I had potatoes and a lot of beans up here and a fair amount of onions also. So of course those have all come out now. And I'm just chopping and dropping from the scraps that are here. I'm going to go in and get Thanksgiving dinner on the move, but cleared out, chopped and dropped. I left, well, just for any bees, the dill there, wasps, and one Brussels sprout I left. It has some little baby ones on it. I'll see if we can go a little further. And the sunflowers. But everything else, just chopped and dropped, waiting for my next step. Okay, well, I'm hiding away from the wind here. I never let anything go to waste, so I'll show you the scraps that I've pulled from that bed. It's just about to rain again, so I'm going to get in and cook. But a few kale leaves from a plant I've cut down. Let me get this up here. Some small celery, but they won't go to waste. There's some leaves that'll go in tonight's dinner. I will chop, blanch, and freeze what I've got here. And of course put some in my crisper for eating. Found some odd little leeks. Very, very small. He's a cute one. They won't go to waste. I'll use those. A really nice, heavy red cabbage. It's beautiful. It's perfect, actually. Then I got some tiny odd ones, scraps. I don't waste. Some kohlrabi and some tiny kohlrabi. Don't know if I'll use those, green and purple. Some carrots, some tiny carrots. I found some onions that they didn't even have their tops anymore, but they were buried there, so use those for my cooking tonight. And then I found, the tomato plants that I planted from seed as an experiment this year, because I read somebody who did it and said just as long as you've got your early, quick, fast-growing tomatoes, here comes the rain, give it a try. I did. They didn't ripen, but I'm just amazed at how many little tomatoes I got from that. So I'll see what ripens. Okay, I'm going to go in. Rain's here. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and we'll see you soon.